Now, live in the studio to unpack what happened. Well, just give us your take on this incident, really.
Well, this individual was known to the authorities. He had already made threats historically, once against his high school, but also indiscriminate threats as well. He'd been referred as a mental health issue, which was assessed over a day and a half and then released. During this time, he'd built up basically his arsenal. He'd been and bought a Bushmaster, almost an AR-15 type semi-automatic rifle, and from there planned his attack, mimicking very, very closely the Christchurch massacre, the mosque massacre in 2019, with all sorts of words put on his actual automatic weapon, his semi-automatic weapon, and also fixing a camera to the top of his helmet so that he could record the entire event.
Right, and that recording presumably did actually make it out. I mean, I didn't see
it. It did, yes. So it was streamed on Twitch, and in fact, this morning I went onto Twitter and I found a full copy of that video. So there are many different dynamics to this story in terms of responsibility by social media, through to the prevention of these types of attacks when someone hits the radar.
And what questions does this raise? Because, of course, there's a massive gun law debate in America, very split one. People on the right side of politics will say, no, this isn't about gun crime. People kill people, not guns. And there's people saying about mental health as well, or does this raise issues, which the left might say, about the rise of alt-right nationalism? What issues are we dealing with here?
Wow, you've given me a lot there to work with, Mercy. So to start with, you know, I've used firearms over the years in the course of my work around the world. And it is true that, you know, it's people that kill people, not the firearms, but the firearms certainly help. And it's about the access to firearms, and it's about the checks and verification of individuals that really shouldn't be able to access or purchase weapons. That's the first and foremost point that I would have on that. The second thing, in terms of the far right, this threat has been exponentially increasing year in, year out. Since 2014, it's raised globally by about 250% by a global terrorism survey. Here in the United Kingdom last year, 41% of the counter-terrorism arrests that were affected were of far-right extremists. And the youngest person that has been prosecuted in this country was 13 years old. So when you match that all up with the type of attack that took place and the fact that it was live-streamed, like the Christchurch attack in New Zealand, it's appealing very much to a younger audience. It's trying to hit that video game demographic of appeal to individuals to try and recruit them.
And is it just gone